Hi everyone. Hi. Welcome back to another episode with W3AP. We have AMA session every Thursday, so I think this is the third time. Yeah, the third episode. So welcome everyone back. I hope everyone already joining in. But yeah, very excited today. It's me again. I'm Eugene from W3AP. I'll be hosting today again. So this time we will be welcome another founder and builder. So give it up for Mike Sta, CEO and founder of KuckooFarm. Very happy to have you over here. Hi.
Hi,
Sorry.
Eugene. Good evening.
Good evening. Sorry for a terrible name pronounce. How
Uh,
should I pronounce
Mike
your name?
Sta,
Mike Santana.
Santa Ana. Yeah, just like the famous
Wow.
Santa
Okay.
Ana. Yeah,
Is that your legal name? Like, is it there gonna be a dot there in
yeah.
the? Oh wow. Never seen it. Okay. So yeah, today ours Mike will be talking about like his experience, his story, his take in the industry today, especially in the gaming side of Web3. And also he have his own project, which is called Cuckoo Farm. We also very excited to talk about it. So before I kick things off, I would love to have you, Mike, to share more about your background and then, what lead you into today. How did you come into today, Mike's? Yeah.
yeah. Uh, I'm Mike Santa Ana, CEO and founder of KuckooFarm.org. As a blockchain and AI enthusiast, I have combined my love for technology with a lifelong passion for the GameFi industry. So my interest in breeding began during my elementary years back in General Santos City, which is one of the city province in Mindanao. Uh, my uncle named Ben Narciso served as my mentor, which led me now and inspiring me to establish KuckooFarm.org. So that's a bit a short story, but it can be in a 1 hour story, but let's cut it short and brief.
Very interesting. So it's very sentimental, way of starting your own career, being influenced by someone you love and someone you close to
Very
you.
close to me, yes.
Wow. So yeah, that's very new because usually what I heard from other founder will be more like, oh, this is innovation. I wanted to be pursuing this, but this is very emotional. Yeah. So
The
right now.
project started really because
Mhm.
of passion. That's the number one reason why I started this development for Coco Farm that one.
Yeah, that's so special. I don't see that a lot. So with Cuckoo Farm, your current projects. So before this, right, before Cuckoo Farm, what were you doing professionally? So like what industry you were working in, and then your story before coming into founding Cuckoo Farm.
Mm, for the past 4 years, actually I focused on. I'm not sure if you're familiar with Pi Network and Tran ecosystem. We are developing utilities apps and creating communities, blockchain ecosystem. So, with more than 15 years career spanning from gaming, event promotions. Actually, I used to promote cockfighting 15 years ago from San Juan Coliseum from Tatay Bong Pineda. So that's where it all began, starting with the um, online. So I was one of also the author of online gaming here for Sabong industry. Then I have now channeled this extensive background and with my expertise in machine learning and AI, which is this artificial intelligence, I enrolled at MIT way back 2018 for a short courses. So this led into creation of KuckooFarm.org. So that's the real reason.
Mm. Wow. So you have been in this industry for from the beginning, right? Like if you talk about 15 years ago, that is
Yes,
like the
actually.
first boom of Bitcoin, as I remember.
Bitcoin, I have a client
Hmm.
when we have our outsourcing because me and my wife, we established an outsourcing business way back 2005.
Mm,
So that's how it started. Then from web designer to an entrepreneur, company owner, then we had a lot of clients from different industries, mainstream to gaming, sports. So when one of my client, I think it was from a pharma company, um, they are accepting Bitcoin. I think that's way back 2010 during that time. Bitcoin is only less than a dollar during that time. So that's where it all began. So I have
wow.
a fascination with technology since I was young actually. So
Wow, yeah. So you're like the how you call it, like the old generation within this industry now. I haven't only come into Web3, I would say, for around 5 years, and I still learning. There's so much to learn. um but yeah, talking about you creating, you become an entrepreneur from way before and from a very beginning. Like what makes you wanted to become, you know an entrepreneur? Because for me, I feel like I just wanted to work for a different company, but what makes you feel like you need to do something on your own and for yourself?
yeah, I was raised in an entrepreneurial environment. I remember
Mm,
growing up, my parents, my father, my dad was a marketing major. Then my mom, she was the one who nurtured us when I was young because we used to have a family business, a small store and a fast food eatery near a hospital in General Santos City. So with my siblings, with the fundamentals of commerce was really in front of us.
yeah.
So that hands-on training in management and operations during my youth sparked my passion for business and naturally led me to become an entrepreneur. So
Wow.
that's the idea that
So
honestly
it's passed down in the family.
the catalyst itself was the technology behind.
Mm,
So I decided to take the leap last year when I saw the LLM, which is the ChatGPT, Gemini, DeepSeek, and now the Claude, uh, were finally powerful enough to bridge the gap between my ideas and execution. So
mm,
they gave me the ability to create the necessary materials, like for example, game assets, um, back end dev. Then once I had that AI support system in place, I knew I was ready to launch Coco Farm.
mm. That's very interesting.
Things
So
really.
so from your family, your family already doing all that, you growing up with that, you feel like it's something very obvious and you already know how it works out, right? I think that makes a lot of sense because for me, my parents, both of them are employees. So thinking of starting up my own business sounds scary to me. But I guess your is more like, you were training from a very young age. That's very, very interesting. I wish I can have that experience too. Yeah. But so with, yeah, with your journey up to this day, and with your passion with the industry and the technology, how have you seen the gaming industry, within the Web3 transform within this recent year? Because as I know, your project is heavily a gaming platform. So with the rise of blockchain technology, what makes it different? What makes it special?
I
What do you think?
think the transformation has been rapid, um, particularly for the indie developers and
Mm.
blockchain games. We aren't just seeing new games; we are seeing new economic models. Like for example, the explosion of Telegram airdrops and play to earn mechanic shows. That is, the industry is no longer just about entertainment. I think it's about utilities, right? So games have become most effective tool for bridging the gap between traditional users and the blockchain market.
Mm, interesting. So with this experience, I think so for community in the Web3 industry, right? It seems like community has been the heart of the successful gaming project today. And to be honest, not just gaming projects, any projects at all. If
Actually,
you have a
any
big,
project, whether blockchain, AI, it's always a community when it's online.
yeah. So what do you think about this? What do you think, how to make, you know what makes a thriving gaming community? What do you think that is considered as a thriving gaming community in 2026?
I think for me, it's about accessibility and
Mm-hmm.
trust are the two pillars.
Mm-hmm.
Um, in the past, Web3 communities were often too technical or exclusive. So I have experience on that. I don't want to mention the specific blockchain, but that's how they do it. So in 2026, I think a thriving community must be accessible,
Mm-hmm.
transparent, uh, meeting players where they are, whether that's on Telegram or mobile apps, and it must be built really transparency. That's what is important. Then players need to know the face behind the project. That's why we are all doing this, especially if you're doing a project like KuckooFarm. So they need to know who's the developer behind, who are the people who are helping you, what community. So they need to see that the team is real and the roadmap is honest. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So when you remove the friction and build the trust, the community grows organically.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, because they wanted to be in this community and to be respected, right? Because they are also the how you call it, the essence that makes a project successful or not. So to make them feel that it should be, open and not close off or not too shady, I would say. You have to be transparent and let them know that whatever happening is for them and to back to the community. So can I ask, like, about gaming, right? Are you a gamer? Do you like playing games?
Actually, I'm a gamer myself.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, I've seen the frustration of spending years building an account only to own. I'm just going to tell about the digital ownership, alright?
Mm-hmm.
So if you're going there, so only to own nothing in the end, then the conversion has shifted because players have realized their value now.
Mm-hmm.
So they are the ones powering the economy, and they expected to retain the value they create.
Mhm.
So when we say um, changing player expectation, they're more focused on digital ownership.
Mm,
This isn't just the feature anymore. It's becoming a standard requirement.
mm,
So players now expect that if they grind for an item, it belongs to
mhm,
them. Actually, you can check that on Telegram on KuckooFarm. Right now, we are still on a demo, but some of our players, like for example, if there's some issues,
mhm,
send us a message. They want it fixed ASAP, considering that the game is still in demo. But actually, as the game developer and game owner, we have to expect, and we have to answer what the players needs, right?
mm.
So we are doing our best to answer and accommodate all their inquiries and questions with regards to their account. So I'm happy on also in doing that. This way, we can help each other, and we know what we need to work on more on our game. So that's the
Mm.
idea.
Yeah,
So
that's very interesting. I mean, because you're running this, you can talk about it and you understand the community and what is their behavior, right? So let's talk about Cuckoo Farm. So can you describe Cuckoo Farm in in a short one sentence? How would you describe them, and
uh,
then what inspired you to create this particular gaming experience?
in one line, it's always been that Cuckoo Farm is the first AI, RWA, Web3, 5G game file breeding simulation game app. So that's
Mm.
always been my punchline and tagline. But really, if you explain that, 10 to 20 pages are not enough. If you
Yeah.
are on a techie side, then who inspired me on doing this now? Actually, it's my passion, number one, because I'm an game called reading is my hobby. I haven't had the time due to my business, but now I think I'm in the age of I am 45 years old now, and I'm coming 46. So I think this is the age where you realize, oh, what will I do if I retire? Will I continue working, or will I go to my farm and breed my game fowls? So that's the idea. That's why it's one of the reason why, oh, I need to start developing this project. Actually, this project was since 2014. I already created the game bible for this game. It's really my goal and passion that I need to create a game which is part of my hobby, which soon, when I retire, it's going to be my, let's say, daily work. Because, when you are working and your work is your hobby, remember, it's no longer a work, right? So
Mm.
that's the idea. So when I retire, I will still continue playing Cuckoo Farm and developing Cuckoo Farm. So even when I'm retired, I'm still working, but it's not working for me. It's a hobby. So I don't
Ah,
consider it work. So that's the idea. So my personality as a businessman is always there, but at the same time, my childhood, hobby is mixed up, and
wow.
it's a win-win for me and for my family.
Wow. I mean, that's a little too early to think about retirement, but that's a perfect dream for any gamers, right? You retired, you get to play your game, and then you can, if you can have the chances to earn any kind of income passively, that would be perfect too. So that's like a perfect dream for any gamer. I would personally love to do that. If I can do that right now, I'll quit my job, stay home and play game.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, talking about Cocoa Farm, um, what is it that make it stand out in today's gaming landscape in the Web3? what kind of unique experience do you wanted to bring to the people while creating this platform?
Honestly, I think the most unique part of playing Cuckoo Farm is knowing the people behind on why they create this kind of game. So that's really the most important. If they know that this game was created because of passion, because of the people behind want to preserve the passion and pass it to the next generation. As we know, there's a lot of, in terms of game fall industry, there's a lot of negative people. There's a lot of, again, especially the animal welfare, right? The PETA. So by creating this game, I'm more focusing on the side of the breeding part and not on the gambling side. So that's the idea. So when you say Cuckoo Farm, it's not a gambling site, it's a breeding site. Its main focus is to promote and preserve the passion of breeders who love game fowls. That's the
Mhm.
idea. So this
Wow.
is not about sabong, this is not about cockfighting. It's about the breeders' passion and legacy for long term.
Wow.
This is the reason why we created this game.
Wow, you create it with passion and not just like just because you wanted to make, make a new platform and just to go with the trend because there was a booming, right?
Honestly,
You have a reason to create.
this is my first time I'm saying this. Actually, it's not about profit. It's about the passion that you love what you are doing and what you're creating. As I told you, di ba, ahead, it's a hobby of mine on breeding game fowl. But let's say, for example, if I retire, I'll give you one scenario. If I retire, in Canada or I'm in Spain and I do not have any materials for game fowl breeding. So this is the right platform, especially for game fowl enthusiasts. They can play and download Cuckoo Farm because all the features in Cuckoo Farm are based on a real world. So it
Mhm.
means like if you are going to breed, starting from egg to 1 day old chick, you will experience on how the real breeders breed the game fowl. So that's how we created the game. Actually, I have some players complaining, "Oh, why did you create na? It took us so long to hatch the egg." No, simply I answered, you know why? Because Cuckoo Farm was created based on a real world scenario,
Oh.
a real world gameplay. So if you are here to play just to earn, let's say, because that's also a feature of harvesting FCRGF
Mhm.
rewards to get promotion, I told this game is not for you.
Mm.
So this game will help you and teach you how to breed from day one up to let's say from stag to cock age. So that's the idea. So
Mm.
if you play this game, if you're really a game for lover or not, you can check it and download it and see for yourself if it's the game is for you. That's the idea.
Mm. Yeah, so it's a breeding game. So of course you're gonna wait. Is it so based on real life? Is it that it's gonna really take as long as I don't know, like a normal egg would
And,
grow?
yeah, yeah, that's also actually one of our players' question. But
Really?
me and my wife had brainstorming that we cannot really adapt the real timeline. Okay, but we have to at least 30 to 40% adapt the timeline for the real world. So what we did was 30 days in real world is 7 days in Cuckoo Farm gameplay. So that's how
Mm.
we divide the timeline
Mm.
for. um, for the cuckoo farm time.
Mm.
30 divided 7. So let's say 1 month is more or less 7 days. For 4 point something days. So that's the idea.
Mm. I mean, that's not bad. I mean, if you're really gonna have to wait for 30 days, that's that's gonna be a, really a bit much.
Some of my players, I will always tell you because since December 25, when we launch our game, there's a lot of, actually it's not complain, but some are complain already that it took
Mm.
that so long to hatch the egg, etc. But I told them you have, once the game will, actually we have a second launching version 2 of the demo this coming January 17th, so probably it will be, let's say, January 19th. There's a lot of activities inside the game, so the 4 days waiting for the egg will be, actually, you will not feel it because of the things that you need to do, that you need to comply. Let's say, like, for example, from collecting um, FCRGF to learning how to hatch the egg, daily activities, what are the vaccines that you need, what are the vitamins, what are the food that you need to give to your day-old chick. So they have to learn that. It's all there,
Wow.
actually. And all that are based in a real world breeding system.
Oh
So
wow.
that's the idea of the game. So I tell you, if you play this game for at least a year, on the second year, if you're really into a game called breeding, I think you need to apply for the real world breeding already. So that's the reason why we started from digital, then after this go into the real world slowly.
Mm, wow. I mean, talking about that though, how do you even bridge the physical and digital world in the game? Like I wanted to how should I imagine it?
Last year I was invited in Tran ecosystem, and actually that's one of the questions also that we need to solve, but we already solved that issue since I think 3 years ago, on how to convert the digital, then adapt the real world, and combine them to work together. Actually, it's simple. Just wait for the game launching. It's already there for now. But I'll give you a hint that it's possible because of the technology that we have right now, the availability of, let's say, uh, live um, videos, especially CCTV, right? So we combine the CCTV, the live feed, and also with the game functions. So let's say if you want to apply or play Cuckoo Farm, then you want it to be in a real world settings. The functions and setup are going to be on our app. Okay, let's say for example, right now we are going to launch the real world Cuckoo Farm game farm. Okay, what's the real world Cuckoo Farm game farm? We have a place here. We rented a real world game farm, means physical. So we developed the area on what you need to have, on what you need on a breeding game farm. Like for example, a brooder, breeding area, hatching area, um, range. So it's all combined in one specific size game farm. Then what you see on that real world game farm, it is also available on the digital side.
Mm.
So every structure is available on digital and it's also available on the real world. Same structure. We copy the same format template, then we convert it into a real world. So that's the idea. So
Wow,
if you
that's
buy,
cool,
yeah, if
right?
you buy a specific, let's say, because right now we are going to, but it's not no ownership here. It's only rent. You're
Mm.
you have to rent the land, but we are not selling it physically. It's like an Airbnb. You have to rent. You only have to rent it. It's not for sale. Okay, so
Mm.
let's say if you rent a space, minimum 10 square meters, there's a specific earning also return to our players or profit. So they can earn on both um, physical and digital world. So let's say, for example, you rented the 500 square meters on digital
Mm.
game, KuckooFarm. That 500 square meters is also available on the real world. So you have
Mm.
a bare 500 square meter land. So what you want to do, it's up to you. It's unlimited. We'll just give you suggestions if you want, or you can hire an AI, which we also develop for inside the game. You can hire them to help you develop the land and earn profit from it. So that's
Mm.
the idea.
Okay, so the AI power part that you mentioned is for this only, or is it there other feature that AI can help you with in this project?
Actually, it's for the whole uh, app. Each features of app have a different AI functions. So right now we have I think 15 AI
Mm.
simulations that you can hire, and they are made on a specific task. Like for example, if you want to earn FCRGF, focus on earning FCRGF, you can hire your um, the influencer or the manager. So
It has name.
yeah, or the business side AI, so they can show you and automate all the basic needs on how to earn extra FCR job without you working. So
Mm.
that's the idea. So let's say, for example, I do not have time to play, or I do not have time to um, breed for at least 2 to 3 months. You can hire the AI specific on which task that you like for a month, let's say for a cost of 100,000 FCRGF, and they will do the work for you.
Mm.
It's like an automation, but with a twist. It's not a basic automation because it's AI. Sometimes that program will decide on what to do, but the main goal is the target.
Mm. So all you do is just put out a goal for them to work toward too.
Yes, actually, they have a specific designation on what to do, but the
Mm.
advantage is we have this AI technology, so they are learning fast. They are
Mm.
evolving. That's the idea. Because if we do not add that to the specific AI character, let's say, it's automation. It's not AI. When you say AI, it should have the capability of learning
Mm.
and doing things, let's say, independently, but
Mm.
with your prompt guide. So that's the
Mm.
idea. So let's
So
say, for
can you
example, if
customize
you
them?
hire the influencer,
Mm-hmm.
you want more referrals, you want to earn more FCRGF, um, you will hire him, let's say, for 80,000 FCRGF.
Mm-hmm.
For now, let's say there's a basic um, rate there that she will earn 100,000 FCRGF monthly for you.
Mm-hmm.
But it can grow if AI will decide on, let's say, promoting your link, your referral link, promoting your business inside to other social media. So it's not limited only on, let's say, for example, the AI itself will apply on, let's say, on Facebook, they will promote on TikTok for you. So that's the
Mm.
idea. So if that AI will promote TikTok, will promote your referral link, imagine they will get 1,000 um, referrals per day
Mm.
or per month. So that increases your capability of earning, right? But you
Wow.
don't need to tell the AI influencer for that because she will do it independently because
Wow.
that's the idea of creating the prompt for that specific AI, agentic AI.
Mm. Wow, that's crazy to think of. I mean, a few months ago, this wouldn't be possible, right? Maybe last year this wouldn't be possible. But now it's like there was AI back then, but I mean, they made so many error. We can't really trust them. But now it go to the point that we can have them do tasks and have them learn independently and have them, act upon, their own action just to reach the goal that we made. That's crazy to think of, right? I can't believe we come to this day. I didn't think that I would think that it's gonna be another 10 years for us to reach this stage, but we're already here. So yeah, so that's crazy to think. Very interesting. So I have a bunch more question about Cuckoo Farm, but to be honest, you already answered most of it with all your answers. So thank you for your very in detail answer. So next one, I would love to ask more about. We have been through the Cuckoo Farm, how it made, the story behind it, the inspiration. What makes it special. Now, I want to ask about the challenges and the thing that you have to learn throughout making and developing Cocoa Farm. So far, what is your biggest challenge, and what have you have to go through to be able to make this as it is today?
Actually, number one for especially on the game fall industry is the adoption. That's
Mm,
really challenging me because in the game fall industry, not most of the communities are tech
mm,
oriented or updated with tech. So you have to explain it to them like a 6-year-old boy on what you are doing. Actually, right now, we are going to uh, join one of the biggest event for game fall industry here in the Philippines. It's coming January 23, the World Game Fall Expo. The reason why we are joining is because we want the game fall industry to notice us on what we are doing. Because most
mm.
of the people, especially on online and social media, they think what we are doing is another gambling site.
That's true.
Look
That's
at
true.
India, because
That's tough.
that's the
Yeah.
idea. So it's really tough for us to explain that if you tell them, no, this is not a gambling site. This app is created for breeders. Okay, for the
Mm,
newbie to learn how to breed, and for the legends in the industry that we want to preserve their passion.
mm,
That's the idea of creating this game. But
mm.
how how can we explain it to them like a 6-year-old child?
That's
It's really a challenge for us, especially
yeah,
for me.
yeah.
But I'm thankful that a lot of people are also supporting us, especially the number my one of the first batch supporter of this game was Yulo Lorenzo. He's the part owner of Excellence. Actually, he's the one. This- Before we created this game, we already had a meeting with them. They believe on the project, but we are still working on partnership on how can we collaborate. But at least I'm really happy that they're always there for us. And actually, the event this coming January 23 is, I think that event was created by Sir Manny Bourbano, one of the famous figures and legends here in the Philippines, in the game ball industry here in the Philippines. He's one of my idol also because he's really passionate about uh, breeding and game ball, not just sabong. Because there are always two sides in the game ball industry. It's either you're a sabongero or you're a breeder, enthusiast breeder. So the people who are in the breeder side always wins because they are not gamblers. They are the one who, uh, let's say, stay in the business or stay in the industry for the longest time. Plus, they leave a legacy behind, especially like legacy from breeding. Let's say, for example, you have the famous breed chicken, and they adapt the name of the breeder, adapt it into the name of the game fall. So, let's say, for example, uh, all of the famous game fowl chickens or birds are named from the famous breeder winning line, like name of sweater, hatch. You're curious why what's sweater, what's hatch? Actually, all those names are based on the name of the breeder, famous breeder who make those bloodlines famous.
Mm.
That's the idea.
Yeah, yeah. So that's I think that has been the same, you know, the challenges that everyone has been going through. But I believe with your projects, because it built on passion, it built on, you know, giving back to the community and built on in real, you know, care that what we're gonna do next and leaving, you know, legacy, right? I believe that there are people who would, you know, find your projects and would stay because you already have your community, which is that's such a good thing to know. So with that though, do you have any advice for other builders, you know, doing Gamify, you know, other people that wanted to do the same thing with you, but what are the advice for them to first step into this, you know, industry and start building?
Well, I think the best advice I can give, especially to the younger ones and to the um, developers who would like to create games and build a community, start with your passion. That's the main focus on what you love, focus on your hobbies. As I said, if your work is your hobby, it's no longer a work. So from there,
Mm.
even if you have any issues along the way, like me, I have a lot of challenges, but at the end of the day,
You're
those
doing what you love.
challenges are worth it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I see it as a learning curve for me. I learn from my mistakes. Then what shines most is, oh, this is always been my hobby. This is always, it's never been a work. So when you sleep at night at the end of the day, after the challenging, you will conclude, okay, I'm going to wake up again tomorrow and start a new one and do my hobby and do what I love.
Mm. That sounds so cool. Thank you so much for your answer. I mean, um, so far, to be honest, I have never seen someone so passionate about their own projects like this. And you have shown that, you know, we can work at the same time doing what we love together and make it happen. Yeah, so thank you for that. So final question. I heard that you guys gonna do, some events. Can I hear more about it? I mean, which event? Where is it? How we get it there? Yeah.
Yes, thank you for the opportunity, Eugene, and also from the Web 3AP. Thank you very much for inviting me here at AMA. I would like to invite, especially if you are in the Philippines, there will be a World Game Fall Expo event this coming January 23 to 25, starting from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. Uh, we'll be there on booth 263 Kuku Farm. So what do you expect and what can you see on the event? It's all the game foul industry and biggest names out there. And I think we also have breeders from US, from other countries, like from the I think grandson of Johnny Jumper, Nathan, is going to attend there. So hopefully you can visit us and check us out. And we are only not only focusing on the game foul but also on the digital. And the venue, uh, World Trade Expo in Pasay City. Okay, do not forget that. So I think the ticket is around 250 pesos. So it's
Mm,
really cheap, and at least you
mhm,
can learn something on how to breed game fowl. Okay. When I say breeding, do not think of any sabong or cockfighting. This has nothing to do with gambling. Okay. This is more
mm,
on
mm,
hobby based
exactly.
event.
Mm. Thank you for sharing about the event. Yeah, everyone, if come to Philippine, join him with Coco Farm in the booth 263. Am I correct? In the World of Gameful Expo. Yeah.
Yes.
So other than that, do you have any exciting news about your projects? Any upcoming feature that you wanted to also mention? Please do so.
Yes, starting January 23, we are accepting reservation for our rent real world game farm for Coco Farm. So you can check the details on our Telegram or in our app. Then also we are going to start the pre-selling for our TCG. So TCG means trading card game, which is also available on digital, and it will be also available on physical by August of this year. So if you buy early, of course, there's a lower price, but soon the price will jack up if many people will support. So I will not reveal the name of the number one card for now because we're still working on to finalize who's going to be the number one. But hopefully by January 23, you can check our booth to get a discount. If you want to buy the digital card, you can go there at booth number 260 during the event, or you can buy it online at a lower cost. We will have a 3 day sale, I think, uh, because the price of the card is $100. But if you will go to our booth, we will give you a 50% discount off from January 23 to 25 only. After that, the price will issue to $100. Okay, so those are the benefits if you're going to visit us in our booth. Then what else? I think, and also we are selling one of our physical or real world breeder. I want to promote also the Gorby Game Farm. Uh, they're going to sell one of the top tier Spangler bloodlines. So if you buy a bird or a chicken on Gorby Game Farm, you will get additional 10,000 FCRGF bonus. So later you can use that to purchase or rent uh, a land inside Kuku Farm app. So I think That's it. Uh,
Wow, that's a lot going on right now. Yeah, so excited. Yeah, so everyone, thank you for tuning in today with me and Mike here. A little, heads up in the end of our conversation, I would like to mention about W3AP. So for the future, for update for more AMA session in the future, and every Thursday, join our community over here. And then if you wanted to try out our Viewify, you can go there, trying to watch, and then you can earn from just watch advertisement. Come on, it's easy, right? Go ahead, try. Um, Please scan over here, and yeah, thank you for Mike today joining us. It's been a very good talk today. I learned about gaming industry, and to be honest, it's been a very emotional journey for you. I can tell. Yes, lovely to have you here. Let's come back here sometime when you do have time and when you do have a new update. Okay. So let's say
Always my
goodbye to
pleasure,
our
Eugene.
let's say goodbye to our yeah, watch user and see you next time, next Thursday. Bye bye. Bye bye,
Thank you.
everyone.
Bye.